All right, so I'm going to talk about Kim Gogan's last UNN report that she did with Sunny. That was on Monday, the 28th of November, 2022. And I'm going to give my thoughts and what I got from it. And I felt like she made a lot of good points in that interview that could very well, or should I say report, doesn't really matter because, Sunny always interviews her. But there were a lot of good points that were brought up. And I feel that if these things are true, what she's saying, then things are improving, right? And again, there are some people out there, I'm just going to put out a disclaimer, that are Kim Goguen haters and think I'm a Kim Goguen blind supporter. I like what Kim is doing. I agree with her energy and what she's trying to do for the world and how positive she is and trying to fix humanity and things like that. I'm all for that. And it is what it is. Until she gives me a reason not to support her, or she if I find a hole in what she's saying, then I'll be the first person to call her out. But as of right now, I'm not seeing that. And if you just hate her and you're coming here talking to me about her saying, "Oh, she can't prove this, she can't prove that. I don't believe this, I don't believe that." That's your own business, right? I don't agree with you, and I'm not about to get into a back and forth, even though I do. My stance is simple. Until she gives me a reason to doubt her, I'm not going to doubt her. I'm pretty certain that most of those things she's saying are true, if not everything. But anyways, I'm going to talk about the report. And she said that they are down. They were up. They had 32,000 unrepairable humans left, and they're down to 16,000. And her working with the others that she's working with, who are trying to get rid of these humans, they came to the conclusion that most of these remaining 16,000 aren't going to change. Well, the 32,000 weren't going to change. The 16,000 weren't going to change. But they also said that they were going to spare about 3 or 5,000 of them. At least that's what she said. And those were the ones that were actually making the right choices for humanity, or making the right life choices, as she said. And I would assume that's going in favor of humanity instead of against humanity and trying to destroy humanity. So those people will be spared. And she also said, though, that they're still watching them closely. And if they lie, like the other ones lied, the ones they got rid of, then they're going to have to deal with them too. So they're still being, monitored or whatever. And she said that they were surprised that they got rid of so many people, the ones that are working with her, right? And she said, well, I mean, if you keep doing the wrong thing, what do you expect? Like, why are you acting surprised? But whatever the case is, she also talked about Trump. She reiterated that he's dead and that she's not going to support a dead man who she tried to work with before and didn't really work with her. He was a liar. He was a deceiver. He didn't do what he said he was going to do with the money that she gave him to help humanity. And mind you, this is what she said, okay? This is not what I said. I'm just relaying the information because I tend to agree with what she says, or I have no reason to doubt her. Let's just say that. And she also said that all the conversations she had with Trump on the diplomatic line have been transcribed, and they're being passed around to certain people that need to know, I guess, need to know basis. But she does want to share that information with humanity. And she said they might do a special show where they present that information to humanity and everybody gets to see what her and Trump talked about. And I'm going to be honest with you, that would be one of the most anticipated things if she did that, right? If she came through and presented that information, it, depending on what is shown, it would validate a lot of what she's saying. Let's just say that. I already believe her, but that would definitely, I guess, get rid of a lot of haters. Or, it would be hard to question her after presenting something like that. So I hope that she does do that, because that's just something that would give her more credibility, right? And again, I do believe her and I do think she's credible, but that would alleviate a lot of questions that people have about her dealings with Trump, right? And according to her, she's talked to Trump about a lot of things that while he was in office, she was trying to help him, fix humanity, but he didn't want to work with her, and he was a liar and deceiver and didn't do what he said he was going to do. And that's the gist of it from my understanding. I'm sure there's more, but unless she releases those records, it's going to be difficult to know what those things are, right? Now, she also said that there are 7th to 8th density beings that have never been on this planet before. I think she said 7th, 8th, maybe she said 9th. I don't remember the exact density. But she said there are very powerful, high density beings that are coming to this planet because our energy is finally tolerable. And before the changes that have been made to the planet in terms of energy, these beings couldn't come down here. They couldn't exist because they couldn't tolerate the energy that was here. So the planet and the people had to go through some changes before those entities felt comfortable existing here. Right? That's what she said. Sounds reasonable. I've heard this before in other places, so this isn't the first time I've heard it. It's not like Kim is the first person I've ever heard this from. So I already believe that that is the case. So hearing her say that, it just makes sense with other knowledge and information that I've come across. So that's all I'm going to say about that. She said, well, this is me saying this, basically that there are things that seem to be getting better. I don't want to say everything's getting better, but things kind of seem to be getting better in a general sense, in a general direction. I see a lot of things going on that I would say the pendulum, right, is swinging the other way, meaning everything was really bad and now it seems like everything's going towards positivity. It seems that way. It could be an illusion, could be a lie, but right now I'm going with what I'm seeing, and I'm seeing things slowly but surely going the other way. That's what I see. That's what I feel. And, even if my life isn't perfect and I have my own issues, that doesn't mean that in a general sense, things aren't improving, right? Everybody has their own specific life and what they're dealing with or whatever. But I feel like things are getting better. That's overall, right? Now, she also says she's working, I might be saying this wrong, working with botanists and healers. So if I get that wrong, don't crucify me. But she said there's definitely, what I remember for sure, she said there's healers and botanists here on the planet. They're trying to restore the planet and heal the planet. And she did talk about working with Greys before. And I believe that those are the botanists that she's talked about, because I know the Greys, they're like a plant raced, like bug plant kind of race, I want to say. And I know they're very much into that. So I'm assuming that's who she's talking about. She didn't say the Greys, but she did say that they've had the same issue that we've had in terms of having their home planet messed with. And the same people that destroyed their planet or tried to destroy their planet I'm going to assume that's the reptilians, right? Would destroy our planet or try to destroy our planet. But obviously that's being stopped by Kim and the people that she's working with, or the others. But long story short, I assume that she was talking about the Greys. And she did say on Carrie Cassidy's show that they're not as evil as people think they are. They're just being used, right, by evil entities. So, I mean, that's pretty much how it is with anybody or any race. But anyways, I'm hoping that number that she was talking about with the 32,000 going down to 16,000, going down to 3,000, whatever, hopefully it gets to 0 and she'll say it. And the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with is she said to be passionate about what you want to do with your life, because there's going to come a point where you're going to be called upon to help humanity, and whatever you're passionate about is going to lead to helping humanity. So I feel like what I'm doing now with spreading information as best as I can and knowledge is what I'm supposed to do. And I haven't really started on the knowledge part. I'm just talking about things, but I'll get there. But anyways, do what you want to do and do the best for humanity if you can. If you like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.